Salvador Dali in a nutshell. Okay, you should get to know Salvador Dali a little bit better. I think everyone should. He's one of my favorite artists. He was born May 11th, 1904 in Figueres, Spain. He attended the San Fernando Academy of Fine Arts in Madrid. He was early on recognized for a painting called Basket of Bread, which was anything but surreal. It showed skill. So he started to get a little noticed, and then he started painting things that was actually Cubist style, and he wasn't actually aware of it at the time, but it was Cubist. His masterpiece that everybody knows him for is Persistence of Memory, which you're looking at now. And some say that it suggested Einstein's theory that, you know, time is relative and not fixed. And he was staring at a piece of camembert cheese on a hot day in August, and he just kind of melded the image of the watch or the clock with his melty cheese, and voila. However, other sources say that he was waiting for his wife to come home, and he was also thinking about the cheese earlier in the day, and he just kind of melded the two images together at that point. Others say the fetus-like head is kind of pertaining to the memory or timelessness before birth. The following are paintings from his surrealist movement. He met André Breton and became a surrealist soon after one of his first solo show. Also at around the same time, he met his wife slash manager slash muse, Gala Eluard, and so he was part of the surrealist movement, and he did a lot of very disturbing, strong images, some very sexually charged. And then things started to change, and due to the approaching World War II and increased political tension, Dali was expelled from the Surrealist group in 1934. To this, he actually retorted, "I myself am realism." He also was facing a lot of tension with his father because he disapproved of his marriage to his wife Gala. So, to avoid World War II, he came to America and hosted exhibits and published his autobiography. And he started to move away from surrealism and moved into his classic period, showing scientific, historical, and religious themes, which were some of his best. And you'll see one being Christ, and there's another. If you do research, you'll find a lot on this period. I believe there are 19 pieces in whole. In the early 1980s, his wife actually passed away, and his health was beginning to fail, and he was burned in a house fire. And so soon after, he needed a pacemaker. And in 1989, he actually passed away in Figueres, in the town he was born in, from heart failure. So he did a lot of painting, as you can see, throughout his life. And he actually did a lot of other things too. He did a 16-minute silent surrealist film with Spanish director Luis Buñuel. Sorry about my accent. And the film was An Andalusian Dog. It was pretty surrealist, and then he actually did a second film which he produced with the same man, which was entitled The Age of Gold, L'Âge d'Or. He actually worked with famous filmmakers after that, such as Alfred Hitchcock, and he did kind of a dream sequence in the movie Spellbound, and it heavily delved into themes of psychoanalysis. So, let's see, he actually also did a lot of sculptures, like he did a sculpted lobster phone. They were actually functioning, they worked. One is actually still in the Tate Museum. He did a Mae West lips sofa, and he actually did a portrait of Mae West focusing on her lips as well. He was very enraptured by Mae West, as you can tell. He also did something called the Royal Heart, which was a sculpture of 46 rubies, 42 diamonds, and 4 emeralds, and he worked the inside mechanics so that it will beat like a real heart. And somewhere in the world you can know that there's a heart beating that is full of gems. Thank you to Salvador Dali. He also constructed scenery for musicals and plays. He did photography with Man Ray and Versailles. And he was quoted for saying, "I am painting pictures which makes me die for joy. I am creating with an absolute naturalness, without the slightest aesthetic concern. I am making things that inspire me with a profound emotion, and I am trying to paint them honestly." He was an amazing man, and he was an amazing painter. Thanks, and I hope you enjoyed.